shall we three meet again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done,
when the battle's lost and won,
that will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath,
there to meet with Macbeth.
Macbeth.
I come, great Malkin.
Paddock calls.
Anon.
Fair is foul and foul is fair,
hover through the fog and filthy air.
Fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air. Fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air. Fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that? He can report, or seemeth by his plight, of the revolt of the newest state.
This is the sergeant, who like a good and hardy soldier fought gainst my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Say to the king the knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, from the western isles of Cairns and gallows glasses is supplied, and fortune on his diamond quarrel smiling, showed like a rebel's horse. Rose too weak, for brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel which smoked with bloody execution, like Valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the naves of the chops and fixed his head upon our battle.
Oh, valiant, cousin-worthy gentleman!
Mark, King of Scotland, Mark. No sooner justice had, with valour armed, compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lords of vain vantage, with furbished arms and new supplies of men began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes, as sparrows the eagles, or the hare the lion. If I say sooth, I should report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. Except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot tell. But I'm faint. My gashes cry for help.
Oh, so well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honour both. Go, get him surgeons. Who comes here?
Ah, the worthy Thane of Ross.
What says the king?
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom, lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparison, point against point rebellious, arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and, to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness!
That now Sweno, Norway's king, craves composition. nor would we deign him burial of his men, till he had dispersed at St. Column's each $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, no Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing squire.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, a right thee which the rum-fed Runyon cries.
Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger.
But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do.
I'll do.
And I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind,
Thou art kind.
and I another.
I myself have all the other. I'll drain him dry as hay.
Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid.
He shall live, a man forbid.
Weary, 7 nights, 9 times 9, shall he dwindle, peak, and pine.
And though his bark not be lost, yet he shall be tempest tossed.
Look what I have.
Show me. Show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb. Racked as homeward he did come.
A drum,
A drum. Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand,
hostess of the sea and land.
Thus do go about.
thrice to die,
And the thrice to mine.
and thrice again to make up 9. Peace. The charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it called to forest? What are these? So withered and wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it. Live you? Or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her skinny finger laying upon her choppy lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that you sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope that he seems rapt withal, but to me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, well speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favours nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail.
Hail!
Lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? Thane of Cawdor lives a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, and why, upon this blasted heath, you stop our way with such prophetic greetings. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as the horse does, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they have stayed?
Were there such things here as we do talk about? Or have we eaten on the insane brute that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, might it not so?
It's the self-same tune and words.
Who's that? The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself did make, strange images of death. As thick as hail came post with post, and every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defence, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks.
And in an earnest of a greater honour, he hath bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor. In which addition, hail, worthy Thane, for it is thine.
Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who is the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment lives that life which he deserves to lose, whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he laboured in his country's wrack. I know not, but treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Lambs, I'm Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness, to tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, and to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why have it given me earnest of success commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thoughts, whose murder yet is but fantastical shakes, so that my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped with all.
If chance will have me king, chance will crown me without my star.
New honours come upon him like our strange garments, cleave not to their mould, but with the aid of use.
Come what? Come may. Time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we wait upon your leisure.
Give me a favour, my dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced here, and at the interim having weighed it, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Until then enough. Come, friends.
Is execution done on Cawdor?
I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owed, as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman upon whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthy The sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness's part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state, children and servants, which do but what they should by doing everything toward your love and honour.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labour to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hath no less deserved, or must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow thee, but the harvest is your own.
Oh, my plenteous joys wandered in fullness seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanks, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honours must not unaccountably be his alone, but like stars shine on all deservers. Now from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
I'll be myself the harbinger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach, so humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'er me, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True, worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let after him whose cat has gone before to bid us welcome. He is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail, King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature, 'tis too full of a milk of human kindness to catch the nearest foe. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who, were it so, would have informed for preparation?
So it please you, it is true. Our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had
the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarce more than would make up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse. The croaks the fatal entrance of Gledhill, under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my felt purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pour thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great glance, worthy Cawdor, and greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my fane, is as a book, where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for. And you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favour ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting martlet, doth by his loved mansionry approve that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jutty, frieze, buttress, nor coign advantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle. I have observed that when they haunt and breathe, the air is delicate.
See, our honoured hostess. Oh, the love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank us not. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God yield us for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
All our service, in every point twice done, and then done double, were poor, and single business to contend against those honours, deep and broad, with which your majesty loads our house.
Where's the thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the heels, and had a purpose to be his purveyor. But he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath helped him to his home before us. Ah, fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, Hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, and 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, then but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all. Here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instruction, which so being taught returns to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, the tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only vaulting ambition, which all leaps itself and falls on the other. And now what news?
He hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
He asked for me.
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn out in their new cloths, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hoe drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon a wood like the poor cat in the adage?
Play peace! I dare do all that become a man. Who dare do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. Nor time, nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now doth unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, whilst it was smiling in my face have plucked the nipple from its boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail...
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his hard day's journey soundly invite him, his 2 chamberlains will I, with wine and wassail, so convinced that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a few, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie, as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy 2 of his own chamber with their own daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other? As we shall make our griefs clamour and roar upon his death.
I am settled, and then forth each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away and mock the time with fairest show, false face must hide what the false heart must move.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
She goes down at 12.
I take it to slate, sir.
I will take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Take thee that too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose.
My sword.
Who's that?
A friend!
What, sir? Not yet at rest. The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse unto your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal, by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant of defect, which else should we have wrought?
All's well. I dreamt last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when it is, it shall make honour for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchised and allegiance clear. I shall be counselled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. Like to you.
Go bid thy mistress when my drink is ready. She strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come. Let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this, which now I draw. Thou marshalest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, else what all the rest? I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood which was not so before. There is no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now o'er the one half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch. And thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design, moves like a ghost. How sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. While thy threat, he lives. Once to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Tot! Peace. 'Twas the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited rooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there?
Alack, I'm afraid they await, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! Oh, laid their daggers ready, he could not miss him. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it.
I have done the deed. Did thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
Aye.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry slight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder. I stood And I saw them, that they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
There's one cried, God bless us, and amen the other, that they had seen me with these hangman's hands. Listening there, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not say amen when they did say God bless us? I had most needs of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways. So, it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, Lives doth not sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care. Death of each day's life. Sore labours, balm, bath of odd minds, great nature's second course, the chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
And still it cried to all the house. Lambs hath not got sleep, and then Gledhill shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain sickly of such things? Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Firm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes. Oh, great Neptune's oceans, wash this blood clean from my hands. No, this man has with rather the multitudinous seas and Carnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your colour, and yet I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this need. How easy is it then your constancy hath left you unattended? Hark, more knocking. Go, get on your nightgown, lest occasion call, and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Knocking indeed. The man reporter of Hellgate, he should have old turning the key. Huh. Knock, knock. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub. Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time, have napkins and I'll bet you. Here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there? In the other devil's name. Faith, here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason treason enough for heaven, but could not commit to God's sake. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock. Who's there? Faith. Here's an English tailor, come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Come in, tailor, here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock, never quiet, what are you? Well, this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to have let in some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon. I pray you, remember the porter.
It's so late, friend, ere you went to bed that you do lie so late.
Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cup, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, no fainting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and it unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator. With lechery, it makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and it takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in a sleep, and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir, in the very throat of me. But I requited him for his lie, and being too strong for him, though he took up my legs sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is our master stirring? Our knocking is awake till nearly comes.
Good morrow, sir. Good morrow, both.
The king stirring, where he lay.
Not yet.
You did command me full time upon him, I've almost stood the hour.
I'll take you to him.
I know it is a joyful trouble to you, yet it is one.
The labour we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I shall make so bold to go, but 'tis mine limited service.
Goes the king hence today? He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death and prophecy, accents terrible, of dire combustion and confused events. The obscure bird clamoured the lifelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
Well, it was a rough night.
Well, my soul's remembrance cannot parallel a fella to it.
Oh, horror. 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What did you say, the life? Means thou his majesty?
Approach thou the chamber and destroy your sights with another Gordon. Do not bid me speak. See, and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason, awake! Banquo, Malcolm, Donalbain, and some young... Awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and wake! Oh, Malcolm and Donalbain, and some your graves rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak!
Oh, lady, it's not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear was murder as it fell. Oh, Blanco, Blanco, our royal master is murdered.
What? Alas, in our house.
Too cruel anywhere. Dear Duff, I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time.
For from this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left the vault to brag of. What is amiss? You are, and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father is murdered.
Oh. By whom? Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their daggers, which on white we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me on my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Well, who could be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. His gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. There, the murderers, steeped in the colours of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love? And in that heart, courage to make love known.
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues that most may claim this argument for hours?
What should be spoken here where our fates, hidden in auger hole, may rush and seize us? Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
When we have our naked frailties hid that suffer an exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence, against the undivulged pretense of treasonous malice, I fight.
And so do I.
So
and
all.
so all.
Let us briefly put on manly readiness and meet in a hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let us not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll to England.
To Ireland I. Our separated fortunes shall keep us both the same. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles. The nearer in blood, the nearer blooded.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse! Let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There is warrant in that theft, which steals itself when there is no mercy left.
10 I can remember well, in which body of time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange. But this so night a trifle for my goings.
Ah, good father, thou seest the heavens, as troubled with man's act, threatens his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, but dark night strangles the travelling lamp. Is it night's predominance, or the day's shame, that darkness does the face of earth entomb when living light should kiss it?
'Tis unnatural, even as the deed that's done. Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in her pride of place, was by a mousing owl hot at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, a thing most strange and certain. Beauteous and swift, the minions of their race, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they ate each other.
They did so, to the amazement of my eyes that looked upon it. Here comes the good Macbeth. How goes the world, sir, now?
Why, see you not?
Is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day. What good could they pretend?
They were suborned.
Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Gates nature still. Thriftless ambition that would raven up thine own life's means. Then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He's already named, gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Cormac, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors, guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin. Out to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things done well then. Adieu. Lest our old road sit easier than our new.
Farewell, father.
God's benison go with you and with those who would make good of bad and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. I fear thou playest most foully for it. Yet it was said that it should not stand in thy posterity, but that I myself should be root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why, by the verities on thee may they not be my oracles also? Set me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, an all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I will request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill the time twixt this and supper. Go not my horse, the better I must become the borough of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parasite, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Hie you to horse, adieu till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
We wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night, to make society the sweeter welcome. We will keep ourselves till supper time alone. Well then, God be with you. Sit down. A word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valour to act in safety. There is none but he whose being I do fear. He chid the sisters when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him, and then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and placed a barren sceptre in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I riled my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered, put rancors in the vessel of my peace, only for them. And mine eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings. The seeds of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate into the lists and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Now go, wait by the door till I call you. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was. I please your honor.
Well then now, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he in the times past who held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you in our last conference. Past in probation, how you were borne in hand, how crossed the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else, to half a soul and to a notion crazed, say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospelled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue you go for men, as hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, chops, water rugs, and demi-wolves are klepto by the name of dogs.
I am warned, my liege, that the foul blows and buffets of the world, so incensed and reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disaster, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be riddled.
Both of you know that Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
And so is he mine. That every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest of life. And thence it is to your assistance that I do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Thou our lives.
Your spirits shine through you. Within the hour, at most, I will advise you where to hide yourselves, acquaint you with a perfect spy at a time, the moment on it, for it must be done tonight. And something from the palace, and with him Fleon's his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
Abide within, I'll come with to you straight. It is concluded. Banquo thy soul's flight. If it find heaven, it must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
I will.
Naught's had all spent where our desires got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than in destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions make in using those thoughts which should indeed have died, with them they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, while our poor malice remains in danger of a former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer. We will eat a meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we to gain our peace have sent to peace, than the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing will touch him further.
Come on, gentle my lord, sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I love him, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must lave our honours in these flattering streams, and make our faces visards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou know'st that Banquo in his Fleons lives.
But in them nature's copies not etern.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. And be thou jocund. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate summons the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums, hath rung night's yawning peal, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whilst night's black agents to their praise do rouse. thou marvellous of my words? Yet hold thee still. Things hard begun may strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
What do you think they doing with us?
Macbeth! He needs no army's trust, for he delivers our harvest and what have to do, his direction just.
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the lady traveller apace to gain the timely inn. And near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark, I hear horses.
Who's like that?
It is he. A light, a light. It is he.
Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
Treachery! Fly, good cloud, fly! Now man's revenge! O slave!
Who struck out the light?
It's not the way!
About one down, the sun is fled! We'll be not best off for our band.
Well, it's the way! Say how much is done!
You know your own degrees? Sit down. And first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks to your man.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in good time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir. To all our friends, for my heart speaks, they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their heart's thanks. Be large and mirth. There's blood upon my face.
'Tis banquos then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut, and I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for flaunce. If thou didst it, thou art the non-pariah.
Most royal sir, Flaunce escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, as whole as the marble, as founded as a rock, as broad, as general as the casing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
No, my lord, safe in a ditch he bides with 20 treasured gashes on his head, but at least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies, the worm that's fled, hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present, get thee gone.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Now good digestion, wait on appetite, health on both.
May it please your highness sit.
Where had we now our country's honour roofed, with the graced person of our Banquo present? I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance, eh?
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please it, your highness, to grace us with your royal company?
There is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
There, royal highness. What is it? Moves your majesty.
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
No, thou canst not say I did it!
Gentlemen, rise. His Highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him, and extend his passion. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one, that dare look a match which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorised by her grandam. Shame itself, why do you make such faces?
The pity! See there, look, lo! How say you? Why? What care if thou canst nod or speak to? If charnel houses and our graves send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the moors of Kate.
What quite unmanned folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
Die for shame.
Blood hath been shed here now. In the olden times, aye, and since two mothers too bloody for the year, the times have been when the brains are out, the man would die and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal muggles on their crowns and pushes from us stool.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. And then I'll sit down and bring some wine. Full. I drink to the general joy, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To him we thirst, and all to all.
Duty and the
pledge. Oh, no! Avert! Every man's sight! Oh! Let the earth hide me! Thy bones are marrowless, thy skin is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes that thou dost live in.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
Lord man dear, I dare. Approach thou like the rugged Russian there, the armed rhinoceros or the harkened tiger. Take any form than that, and my pale nerves will never tremble. I'll come alive again, and bear me to the desert with thy sword. In trembling, I inhabit now. Oh, protest me, the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence. I saw, being gone, I am a man again. Oh, pray you, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be? And overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange. How you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, but mine is blushed with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse, and worse question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his highness.
And a kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have with magpies and choughs and rooks brought forth. The secret is man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which.
How thinkest thou, Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
You send to him, sir.
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them that in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall give way. I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as war. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, we'll to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is illicit fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
My former speeches have but hit upon your thoughts, which may interpret further. Only I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied off Macbeth. Married, he was dead. And the right ennobled Banquo, not too late. Whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed, for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and Donalbain to kill their gracious father. Damned fact. How it did grieve Macbeth, did he not straight, in pious rage, tear the two delinquents that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was that not nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for would have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that I say, he has borne all things well. And had he Duncan's sons under his key, which, and it please heaven, he shall not, they would find what 'twere to kill a father. So would Fleance. But soft, for from broad words, and because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Can you tell me, sir, where he does bestow himself?
The son of Duncan lives in the English court, and is received by the most pious Edward with such grace that malevolent fortune nothing can take from his high regard. Thither Macduff has gone, to pray the Holy King upon our aid to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward, that by their help we might again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage, and receive free honours, the which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperate the king that he prepares for some kind of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did. And with an absolute sir, not I, the cloudy messenger turns on me his back, and as who should say, you rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
Yes, well, that well might advise him to a caution to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Let some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift remedy may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
Sweltered venom, sleeping god, boil thou first in the charmed pot.
Double, double, toil and trouble.
of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog.
Adder's foot,
And blind worm's sting,
lizard's leg,
and howlet's wing.
For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble.
double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, moor and gulf of the raven salt sea shark.
Root of hemlock, digged in the dark, finger of the strangled babe.
Ditch delivered by a drab.
Make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's chaudron for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the gloom's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags, what is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, how you come to know it, answer me! Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yesterday waves swallow and confound navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's germans tumble all together, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you!
Speak! Demand! Answer! Say if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Tell him! Let me see him!
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten her 9 farrow.
Grease that's sweaten the murderous gibbet, throw into the flame.
Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show. Show, show, show!
Tell me, thou unknown power!
He knows thy thought. Hear her speech, but say thou naught.
Macbeth! 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 Beware, Macduff! Beware the thane of fight. Dismiss me. Enough.
Thou hast had my fear aright, but what but more?
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But I will make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Lion metal, proud, take no care, who chafes or frets or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane shall come against him.
That can never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earth-bound roots? Sweet bodements good, rebellious dead rise never till the wood of Burnham rise. and on high place Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. But my heart throbs to know one more thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know.
Show!
Show! Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Show, show, show.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down. The crown does sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair. Thou other gold-bound brow is like the first. A third is like the former. Filthy hags! Why do you show me this? A fourth! Stark eyes! What? Will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Another yet! A seventh appears! I'll see no more! And yet an eighth appears, which bears a glass, which shows me many more. And now I know it is true. For the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for hence. What? Is this so?
I say, all this is so.
Where are they? Gone? Seest thou the weird sisters?
No, sir.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected by the air whereon they ride, and damn all those that trust them.
Macbeth is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Yes, my noble lord.
Time! Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. But from this moment, the firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with axe be it thought undone. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, put to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose go.
What had he done to make you fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom. To leave his wife, to leave his babes,
his mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch.
or for the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight. young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumour in what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way we move. I take my leave of you now. It shall not be long till I'll be here again. Things at the worst shall cease, or else climb upward to where they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, yet he is fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it would be to my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Scylla, your father is dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
Birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I guess I mean, and so do they. My father's not dead, for all your sake.
Yes, he is dead. And how will thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again!
I speak it with all thy wit. Yet if faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, it's one that swears and lies.
The all traitors that do so?
Every one that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
Why? The honest men.
And the swearers and liars are fools, for their swearers and liars are now to beat the honest men and hang up them.
God bless thee, poor monkey. But how will thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. But if you would not, then it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Oh, poor Macbeth. And thou talkest.
Bless you, Ferdinand. I'm not too known. I think some danger is approaching nearly. Be not found here. Hence your little ones. To frighten you thus against I am too savage. To do worse for fell cruelty which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I've done no harm. Then I remember, I am on this earthly place where to do harm is often laudable. To do good, sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defence to say I have done no harm? Faces.
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor!
Thou liar!
What? You young fry of treachery!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal shore, and like good men bestride our downfallen birth. Each new mourn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland and cried out like syllable of dollar.
What I believe, I'll wail. What know, believe, and what I can redress, as I shall find the time to, friend, I will. What you have spoke, it may be so, perchance. This tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is a good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance, even there, where I did find my doubts, why in that rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without leave-taking? I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonours, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I should think.
Bleed, poor country. Great tyranny, lay thou thy bases shore, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs, the title is a fear. Fare thee well, Lord. Thou wilt not be the villain that thou think'st, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the riches to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offered goodly thousands, but for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer, and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It's myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as a lamb, being compared with thy confineless harms.
Surely the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evil to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking the very sin that has a name, but there is no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust, and my desire, all continent impediment would o'erbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings. But do not fear yet to take on you that which is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty and yet seem cold. The time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough. It cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
With this there grows in my most ill-composed affections such a staunchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's house, and my more having would be as a source to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deep, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, but do not fear. Scotland hath foisons to fill up your will of your mere own. All these are portable with other graces' ways.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting it many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Scotland, Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am, as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? Nay, not to live. O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant bloody sceptred, when shalt thou know thy wholesome days again, when this, the truest issue of thy throne, by his own interdiction stands accused and does blaspheme his breed? Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. I would not that evils thou repeat'st upon thyself had banished me from Scotland. O my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macbeth, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honour. Devilish Macbeth by many of these trains hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste. But God above deals between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction, unspeak mine own detraction, and hear abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself as strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted that which was mine own. At no time broken my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this, upon myself. What I am, truly, is thine and my poor country's to command. Whither, indeed, before thy here reproach, old Seward with 10,000 warlike men already at a point was marching forth, now wheeled together, and why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. It's hard to reconcile.
Well, more anon.
I see who comes here.
Oh, my countrymen!
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Good God, the time to move the means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Damn Scotland when it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is at once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow is a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there scarce asked but for who, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sicken.
No relation. Too nice, yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of a new hour's age, doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
All my children, too.
Well, too.
The tyrant is not battered at their peace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not niggard of your speech. How goes it?
When I came hither to transport these tidings that I am so heavily born, there ran a rumour of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witnessed the rather for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good Seward and 10,000 men.
Would that I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern then? The general cause, or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, let me have it quickly, keep it not from me.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, for it shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner whereon the quarry of these murdered dear to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven, give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the overfraught heart and bids it break.
My children, too.
wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said. Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. Oh, my pretty one. Say you all. Oh, hellkite, all. All my pretty chickens and the dam at one fell swoop.
Dispute it. Like a man.
I shall do so. I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things as were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Not as I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls. Oh, heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
I could pray the woman with mine eyes and the braggart with my tongue. But gentle heaven cut short all intermission. Front to front. Bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length setting. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, we go to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long and abides the day.
I have 2 nights' watch with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I've seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to sleep. But all this whilst in most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefits of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumbering agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That which I will not report after her.
You make to me, it is most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why I stood by her? She has light by her continually, 'tis her command.
You see her eyes are open?
Aye, but her senses shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It's an accustomed action with her to see thus washing her hands. I've known her continually a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks.
Out. Damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2, why? Then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a beard. What need we fear who knows it, when none may call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife, where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that, you maul with this starving.
Go to, you have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
There's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh. Oh. Oh.
What a sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the
dignity of the whole body. This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleeps who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Get on your nightgown. I tell you again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's
knocking at the gate.
Come. 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 What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now? To bed? Directly. Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. Mourning she, the divine and the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated and amazed my sight. I think but dare not speak. Good night, good luck, Lieutenant.
The English power is near, headed by Malcolm, his Uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge is burning them for their dear causes. Would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Yet by them woods we well meet them.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he is mad, others that do lesser hate him call it a valiant fury. But for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder stick upon his hands. Now minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he give commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Who then can blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed.
Make we our march towards Bannon.
Bring me no more reports, let them fly all. Till Barnwood removed to Dunsinane, I cannot take with fear. What's the boy, Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false babes, and mingle with the English epicures. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced look. Where gottest thou that goose look?
There are 10,000
geese thou!
soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overhead thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. Ooh, what soldier's patch? What soldier's way face?
The English horse, so please you.
Take thy face hence. Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf. That which must accompany old age as honour, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have, but in their stead curses, not loud, but deep honoured breath which the poor have fain deny and dare not. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, as was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armour.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out more horses, stir the country round, and hang those that talk of fear. How does thy patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled by thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that! Canst thou not minister to a mind disease? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow? Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs out, none of it. Cancer! Dispatch! If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. What rhubarb, senna, or what purgative drug will scour these English hence? Hear'st thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
I will not be afraid of death and bane, till Burnham Forest remove to Dunsinane.
Right from Dunsinane away and clear. Profit again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand and Chambers will be safe.
We doubted nothing.
What is this, Nicholas?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the number of our host and make discovery air in report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other that the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt. And none serve with him but constrained things, whose hearts are absent too.
Yeah, let our just censures attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership.
Time approaches, that will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, our unsure hopes relate, but certain issues, strokes, must arbitrate, towards which advance the war!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls! The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here let them lie till the famine and the ague eat them up. What was that noise?
Cried women, my good lord.
I had almost forgot the taste of fear. The time had been, my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and star as if life were in it. I have supped full of horrors. Direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot one stab me? And wherefore was that cry?
Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I comes to use that tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Oh, speak, son.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me enjoy your wrath, but be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till the famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou does as much to me. I pull in resolution, and doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane, and our wood comes towards Dunsinane. Arm! Arm and out! If this witch here vouchers does appear, there will be no lying nor tarrying here. I begin to be weary of the sun, and wish the estate of the one old one there undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blue wind, come back! At least we'll die with harness on our back!
Now, near enough, your leafy springs thrown down and show like those you are! You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take upon what else remains to do, according to our order.
Very well. Do we but find the tyrant power here tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight!
Too tight into the stage, and I cannot fly, but there like I must fight the course. Lord, see that was not born of woman, such a one I could hear, undone.
What's thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, thou cause thyself a hotter name than any in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce the title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, the boy tyrant! With my sword of proof that I now speak!
Thou was born of woman, swords eyes, my lad, weapons laughed to scorn, brandished by a man that's of a woman born.
Tyrant, show thy face! If thou be slain, for mine own stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts shall hold me still. I cannot strike the wretched curds whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Ride along, Macbeth, or else my sword with unparted edge I see again undeeded. And defying in fortune, and more I beg not.
This way, my lord! Castle gently rendered, the day itself almost professes yours, and little is to do.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword when I see lives the gashes do better upon them?
Turn, Melville, turn.
Of all men else, I have avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Now bloody availment terms with you the out.
Now lose this labor! It's easy, miss, now, intention dear, with thy keen sword impressed, as make me bleed. Let thy blade fall on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, and cannot yield to what a woman born.
Spare thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macbeth was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Of course there'd been a tongue that tells me so, but it had cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, that palter through us in a double sense, that keep a word of promise to our ear, and break it to a hope. No, no, no! I will not fight with thee.
Then yield, thee coward, and live to be the sullen days of the time. Without thee as our rarer monsters are, painted upon a pole and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. The born would do contra that sinning, and thou opposed, being of no woman born. Yet I will try the last. Lay on, Macbeth, and down be him that first cries, hold enough!
And what the friends we missed were safe arrived! Macbeth, he's missing! And your noble son!
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he were a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but, like a man, he died. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
Hail, King, and so thou art. The time is free. I see thee, compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, who speak my salutations with their minds, whose voices I desire aloud in mine. Hey, King of Scotland!
Hey, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. What's more to do, as calling home our exiled friends abroad who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, of producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher, and his fiend-like queen who, as is thought by self and violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us by the grace of grace, we shall perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned